Hey, Justin Chamness here, realestatewholesalersclub.com. And one of the most interesting types of properties that there is out there, to me at least, and maybe you haven't even heard of this, but it's a zombie property. I know that sounds kind of funny, but what is a zombie property? I've been hearing other people talk about it a lot more lately. It's really interesting. There's several different strategies that you as a creative real estate investor can use on these zombie properties. So today I want to show you what a zombie property is and how to find it on PropStream. Now, if you don't have PropStream, PropStream is it's almost like having MLS access nationwide. It's incredible, and especially if you're a real estate investor and you're not, like a licensed investor, like me. I'm not. No, I'm working on getting my license. Don't have it yet. So if you're like that, PropStream is pretty awesome. So you want to check it out. There's a link in the description of this video for a free 7-day trial. Go check it out. And anyway, let's jump right into this video and let's talk about zombie properties.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so what are the zombie properties?
So that's been a term around for a while. What it is really is just a pre-foreclosure. So if you go to Fayetteville, it's a pre-foreclosure that's vacant. That's really it. You see these 15 properties, pre-foreclosure vacant. Back in the 80s and 90s, the in crowd, the investors back in the day, used to just call them zombie properties. It was just like a little network thing it was like a term that we used back in the days, but that's really what it is. A zombie property is someone in pre-foreclosure and vacant the same time. That's really it.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you for asking that question. This, I would say right now, but honestly, this is probably the hardest list to capture because not only is a person like in pre-foreclosure, right? They're not paying their bank, but they're vacant. Like they've gone. And so this person has owned the property for 16 years, but they're not answering the mail anymore. So this one will probably require some extra researching, like skip tracing or talking to neighbors perhaps. So that's why people called it the zombie properties, is because it's literally like waking up the dead. Like this is the hardest list proper like out there, because we're like, where the heck is the owner? I usually explain this to people, like as investors, you know exactly what to do when someone's in pre-foreclosure. But remember, there are millions of people out there that are not investors, like these 15 people here who got a pre-foreclosure and they're like, oh, life is over. Let's just get the hell out of here. And then they just disappear off the face of the planet, right? But that's why it's hard, is if we can call Jeremiah and say, hey, no, Jeremiah, time out. We can help you. There's a way out of this situation. Then you found yourself the best lead possible. But most of the times these are hard because these homeowners, they're like my parents, they're third world, or they're people that have no idea how real estate works. And they don't realize that a pre-foreclosure, you still have time, right? Like we know on average, when you get a you have like 6 months, sometimes to a year to work with that. Some of these homeowners, they see pre-foreclosure that first, and then they just run away, right? Like this individual right here, not to be like offensive or anything, but I don't see a traditional American name. This might be someone from a different background who doesn't know what we know, right? So when Royston got that pre-foreclosure in April, he was like, bye, I'm out of here, gone. And now it's vacant, right? So these are things that you want
to. It depends on how much you want to be, build your own niche. If you're like, okay, nobody's, walking this niche, everybody's running away, but I want to focus on these people and find them, because that's like, a lead that nobody's walking.
Absolutely. And you know what? Like if I was in your position, like if I was doing this list, I would just click on that property, go to the comparables, look at the neighbor next door, left and right, numbers 1 and 2, right? I'd probably save 1 and 2 to a list. I'd call this list, what's the name of this property? 5709 neighbors. So I call it 5709 neighbors. Okay. So I'd save those 2 properties left and right to the subject property, right? Numbers 1 and 2 on this map. So again, they're zombie properties. Homeowners aren't around, but I saved numbers 1 and 2, neighbors left and right. to a list, right? So there are my two neighbors. Now I'm going to skip trace those two neighbors and I'm going to talk to those two neighbors. I'm going to see if I can get a phone number or some sort of contact information to that homeowner that no one can get a hold of, right? So you see how powerful this could be? So all I do now is just skip trace those two neighbors for 20 cents, probably the best 20 cents I've invested in my life.
Dude,
if I
crazy.
Skip tracing for LLCs too, so it's just 10 cents.
No, we don't skip trace LLCs, just individuals. So if you come across an LLC, we ignore it. And it's normally 12 cents. I have it 10 cents because I have List Automator. But that's how I would approach it. I mean, there's only so many zombie properties. I mean, I just have to do that 15 times, then go to the next one. And comparables, click on the neighbors, save numbers 1 and 2, the ones next door, to a list, call that 230 neighbors, skip trace them. But the idea is that now that I've skip traced them, it's just a matter of waiting for that phone number to appear. And once I get Rachel or Michael, the neighbor's phone number, just give them a call. Hey, Rachel, hey, Michael, I'm so sorry to bother you. You know, the reason why I'm calling you, I don't normally do this, but I've been trying to get a hold of your neighbor. I've knocked on the door. I've sent postcards. I know that house has been vacant. It's probably degrading your property value a little bit, isn't it? Right? Maybe the weeds are coming over. Maybe they're not cutting the grass and it's encroaching on your yard. Michael, Rachel, you think you can help me out a little bit? So that's how I would approach zombie property. Skip trace the neighbors and talk to neighbors. They might be able to help you identify where the owner, oh, he went to his mother's house, or you know what, he told me to check his mail, and if you call him on this number, you might get a hold of him, right? So sometimes the homeowners have great relationships with the neighbors. And sometimes the neighbors are in on it and they're like, hey, dude, I'm in trouble and the banks are going to try to send me mail. I'm not going to be around for a little bit. Is that okay? Or I'm going to be on vacation. A lot of people are going to come by my house. Let them know I'm not around, whatever it may be. But that's how I would approach it, is pull up the zombie property, then skip trace the neighbors, and then just build relationships. And heck, the neighbors may not know, but maybe the neighbors might want to sell because that dude's house has been abandoned for 15 years. And the neighbor's like, I don't want to live with this guy next door. He's weird, right? So now you went from, I need to get this person's address to, oh, okay, well, I guess you want to sell too. And now you go from there. I'm just waiting for the number to show up. So that's why I keep refreshing. I'm just trying to see if I can get a number to show you guys like how powerful that could be. But that's zombie properties. It's pre-foreclosure and vacant, just requires extra research. My approach, skip trace the neighbors and start there and call it a day.
Wow.
Awesome.
Burton does not know how to not blow your mind, no matter what the question is.
Right.
It's incredible.
Thank you so much.
Burton, there it is. Zombie properties, these pre-foreclosure or just about to be foreclosed upon houses that the property owners have just totally left them. And don't you think those are some seriously motivated homeowners? Yeah. And, there are a couple different techniques that you can do. If you're interested in what those techniques are, there are creative real estate techniques that you can use to work with these type of properties. Check us out at realestatewholesalerclub.com and come join us for the daily coaching club. It's like $100 a month. And, we really do it every day. Okay. So you'll get a lot of information right up front, the VIP course and all that stuff. So anyway, it's an incredible club full of a lot of people that are just wonderful. So until I see you there or see you again on another video, have a great time. Bye-bye.